Welcome back to my Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Martin. This is the Banks 2, named after Ian Banks, author of lots of sci-fi books, including the Culture series, which I enjoy. Although I've only read like 4 of them, maybe. I need to read more. There's a whole bunch of them. And yeah, so, digression. So the last time I did make a mistake on the delta V calculations. After adding another stack of for fuel tanks, now I have 3 down in that first stage instead of 2. Gives me an extra extra 400 delta V, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it will make a big difference. Because as you know, I missed the orbit by about 200, maybe 250 meters per second. So that should make a pretty big difference. Thrust to weight ratio is a little closer to 1 off the takeoff too, which is good. So 1.8, I guess. 1.88. Yeah, not that much better. And then yeah, I made a mistake on the total delta V calculations. So the last one vehicle had 14,567. So I was wrong. It is actually had the most delta V of any rocket I've launched. This one now has the most. The Banks 2 has 14,933, so almost 15,000 delta V, which is pretty amazing. Just looking at the Earth numbers, Earth you need about 10,000 delta V to get into orbit. So yeah, this rocket wouldn't even do very well on Earth. Anyway, we're tilting and such here, so I better get this launched. Frames per second is going to be a little bit lower, so I'm going to just give it a little bit of extra throttle to start. So here we go to the moon for the moon test. In 3, 2. Okay, there we are. We are in orbit. Not so bad. Not so bad. So burned just about 400 liters of my interplanetary stage's fuel, which is not really what I wanted to do, but overall, quite happy. Got a great view. Still have to circularize though, so I guess I'm actually not done because my periapse is in the atmosphere. Unless the moon's going to come up. Oh, look at that. It is too. Is it up already? I say we just start burning now anyway. So I think it will be up. Am I right? That's not the moon. Crap. Nah, I got confused there. Yeah. Oh well, on the plus side, yeah, my apoapse is up a bit now, 142. Am I out of? I'm not even out of the atmosphere yet. Oh well. Okay, there it is. Okay, good enough. There as well. Yeah. And where are we? Are we passing over? We are too. KSC. Huh. I wonder if I could have burned directly for the moon if I just kept going off on. No, takeoff was crazy. And we got a little bit of a wonky thing going there. That's okay. Okay. Let's head to the moon. Okay, here we are at the moon. We have a little bit more to go before we can circularize. And again, I don't know. My thrust to weight ratio is pretty good on the moon, but it's going to take a bit to circularize anyway. But so I'll start probably a little bit before periaps, maybe a minute before. And of course, we had to reorient ourselves. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, and that is still a good amount of fuel here. Now, let me think. What did I change the delta V by there? I was at 28, and then, yeah. Thinking about it, because we get to aero brake in the Duna system as well, so we wouldn't have used that fuel there for circularizing as much. And let me think. Again, we're going to use parachutes on Duna, so we won't use. Oh no, not this stage though. We got to land on the my piddly gears over here. Might need to do something and put some fins out or something, so these are a little broader, because this is going to be, yeah, a touchy landing for sure. Oh, and way back when I was taking off there from Kerbin, did you see? I don't know how much I had it fast forwarded, but I had some debris go by. One of them went by at 4 kilometers, and one at 3 kilometers. This debris went by, and it was probably going at that point 600 maybe meters a second faster than me. So pretty cool. Someone brought up the point of that my orbit started to look like it's going to suffer from Kessler syndrome, which is when there's so much junk in orbit it starts colliding and causing more junk, which causes more collisions until it's just a debris field, which is something that we have to worry about on Earth. So it's an interesting, Kerbal Space Program can't model that sort of thing. The step distance in programming when you step between calculations kind of thing. These things are in orbit are too small, and even if they were looking for collisions between each other, which they're not because they're on rails, even if they were looking for collisions between the two ticks when they're going that fast relative to each other, although I guess some of them aren't going that fast relative to each other, but anyway, between the two ticks they'd be a couple kilometers apart, and then the next tick they'd be a couple kilometers on the other side kind of thing. So anyway, that's why we don't have to worry about the Kessler syndrome here in Kerbal Space Program. But in the real world, there is no time between ticks. There is infinitesimal time between ticks. So the universe definitely notices when two objects are going to be about occupying the same space. Uh-oh. Is the hatch really obstructed? Oh, by the ground, sure. So I was so happy that I was coming down near the the Mooner Arch that I decided, not bored, that I decided I would try to land at it, and I was doing a pretty good job of that, although this looks a little hilly here. And yeah, let it get a little away from me. We've got someone on the moon now, Bobdo. But hey, there's chunks rolling. A good amount of debris around. Parachutes. A rolling parachute. That's nice. It's got some good speed. Yeah, anyway, whoops. There goes that test. I guess I'll have to get another try. Hope you enjoyed the episode, despite not accomplishing my goals. I thought I was going to do it there. Because I was down in the 60s, I guess, anyway, but yeah. I should have ejected the bottom stage and then gone with the other rockets. But hey, he survived, so meh. Just a little sad. Oh well. Alright, thanks for watching. My name is Martin, and we'll try again next time.